Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs, welcome back for the second episode of Decidedly Vanilla Season 5. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we have a little bit of progress to recap from a live stream that I did on Twitch, kind of an impromptu thing that I just decided I need to hop onto DV and share some stuff with you guys live. So that's over on Twitch. GG. Whip is getting some obsidian. The lapis is hiding from a wooga. Breaking news on the Decidedly Vanilla server. So yeah, I've been streaming over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Pixlriffs. Make sure you drop a follow if you're not following already, because it would be great to share some more stuff with you guys live over there. We have been cooking up a whole bunch of kelp, ladies and gents. We have ourselves a ton of kelp blocks now, which are going to be perfect for some of these modern builds. Really excited to get started on that. I will don my armor and we can go recap some of the stuff that happened. And yes, I know I'm in the business of doing recaps these days, apparently. But here we go. For a start, over here we have a nether portal. I managed to get myself some obsidian on the live stream and ended up going to the nether and checking out the nether spawn, at least as far as my mushroom island is concerned. And let me tell you guys, it is looking pretty nice in here, and for the nether, I mean, which is not always the nicest. And here we are in said nether. It is looking pretty swell. We actually have a little bit of natural defense against ghasts here because we have ourselves a little block. Yes, sorry, I went to the nether. We have ourselves a little natural wall of netherrack here, and then I decided to make a cobblestone case around the nether portal anyway, just because it's probably best to protect yourselves from ghasts. Whip is trying to break some obsidian. Oh, that block lag is not what you want. But take a look at this. This is not too bad. Like, I was expecting it to be like the last season server, where basically the entire thing was a massive lava lake. But here, we actually have a decent amount of nether terrain kind of in a solid block, give or take the ravines, and that was almost the death of me. I tell you what, I have seen enough people jump into these ravines and just plummet to their deaths in lava or just at the bottom of one of these netherrack ravines that I should know better at this point. I should probably be a little bit more cautious about leaping into the unknown like that. But yeah, the nether is not looking terrible. I already harvested a bunch of quartz from the area, and we actually got ourselves up to 30 levels with that. And I'm keeping hold of those 30 levels because I need to enchant myself a diamond pickaxe, you guys. I need that in my life. I need fortune or silk touch or something, or at least unbreaking. I think I would deal with efficiency and unbreaking for a first diamond pick, but I'm still working on getting the bookshelves together for the enchanting table. And I'm still working on kind of figuring out what we're going to do with the nether hub. I have this idea in my head. It is still partly formed, but I have been entrusted with a little bit of guardianship over the nether hub for this season. So once people get some portals established and stuff, I imagine we're only like 200 blocks out from 0-0, so I imagine the main one is somewhere out there in the distance. We will probably end up building a nether hub in here, and it's going to be pretty spectacular. So I hope you guys will stick around for that. In the meantime, let's head back to the overworld, and I will show you guys some other stuff I have found. Beginning with Exhibit A skeleton spawner. I am so happy about this because if I hit F3 right now, you will notice the biome there says Minecraft Mushroom Fields. Sidebar, Mushroom Islands are now called Mushroom Fields, which is really cool, but this is directly underneath my mushroom island. I haven't actually located the coordinates on the surface to find out exactly where, but if I'm right, it's pretty much centered on one half of the island, which is going to be absolutely perfect in terms of spawn rates. You don't get mobs in mushroom field biomes. You don't get them. So as far as this is concerned, this is an absolutely perfect location for a spawner, considering that we don't have like multiple dungeons on the server. Like, we don't have, as far as we know, we haven't found any like double spawners anywhere, and you can't mess with the dungeon count anymore to artificially increase the amount of double spawners and stuff you find. So this is a really great early game find. I actually found this whilst I was looking for Exhibit B, an abandoned mineshaft, which ZloyXP actually spotted for me. He was online with his camera account and happened to notice that there was a mineshaft off at a distance from the Mushroom Island itself, kind of in a nearby ocean, because you'll find that there are a lot of abandoned mineshafts underneath oceans. That's just how they generate. They generate more frequently down there. So if we do a little bit of exploring in here, we are bound to find a couple of things, including perhaps even a cave spider spawner, which I might turn into a string farm, because I am on a bit of a mission this season to farm a whole bunch of stuff. I'm probably going to go kind of heavier on the automation than I have ever done in a Decidedly Vanilla series, because that's an aspect of my Minecraft game that I really feel like needs improving. And one of the things I'm very keen on doing throughout my Minecraft, I guess, career, if you can call it that, is improving my skills, figuring out what I need to know, what I need to learn, and where I can improve things. So we're going to work on that a little bit. I'm going to take a quick glance around here now just to see where some stuff is. Oh, hello. Some fantastic stuff in here. Some gold, some powered rails. I will take all of these. I might even take the torches. Oh gosh, I'm being shot by a skeleton. Help! And there are some cave spider noises. Are we going to lose all 30 of our levels in this episode? I think not. Discretion being the better part of valor, we are going to be incredibly discreet. We are going to run away. I'm going to head back up to the surface so I can show you Exhibit C, some presents which have been left for me actually by Zlo XP during the live stream. We have a pointy fish, we have a fancy fish, and we have over here somewhere, wherever he's gotten to, we have a polar bear. He's brought a polar bear over in a boat from the icebergs to my island, and yep, there he is, down there. I don't know what we should call this guy, but I have name tags now. I've got a couple of name tags. I got one from the skeleton spawner, and I got this one here. So you guys in the comments need to think up names for our little polar bear companion. We got 2 name tags there, so we have a little bit of a choice. We can come up with a name with it as long as he doesn't. Are you pining for the fjords, buddy? Are you legitimately wanting to go back to your ice home? Because I don't know, man. I feel like I've got some good fish that I could feed you. I don't know if you can. You can't actually feed polar bears, can you? Like, you can't domesticate them in any way. I have some fish. I have a salmon. Can I feed you a salmon, friend? No, okay. Polar bears cannot be domesticated. Good to know. Good to know. We cannot tame those. I could totally imagine riding around on a polar bear, though. Can you imagine that as a mount instead of a horse? Just running into battle with an armored bear? Oh boy, that would be really awesome. But one thing I have also discovered about the Mushroom Island location is that phantoms do not care. Phantoms do not care about whether or not you're on a mushroom field biome. Normally mobs won't spawn here, but that does not include phantoms. So while I'm here, unless I want to fight a bunch of phantoms, which eventually I do, but in the meantime, I need to sleep an awful lot. Or at least the other people who are on the server with me need to sleep on my behalf. So thank you, Whip, for that. You're a true hero. And I'm going to get back to assembling this enchanting setup because I want enchantments so badly at this point. I cannot wait to get back into my enchantment game and maybe even grab a couple more diamonds with fortune, or maybe start grabbing grass with silk touch so we can start making some of this mycelium island into the grassy paradise so we know it is below the surface. I'll see you guys in a second. Time to get back on my bookshelf game. Welcome back, folks. We're doing a little bit of fishing, and you'll notice I've got myself an enchanted fishing rod. So the enchantment setup is all ready here to enchant some stuff, and I've already, I'll admit, gone ahead and enchanted the diamond pickaxe, which received Fortune 2. I'm actually pretty happy with that, to be honest. I was hoping for Fortune 3, but getting Fortune 2 when all it said was efficiency, pretty happy, which means we can go down and deal with these. And I saved myself 2 diamond ore blocks that I found whilst we were digging this area out once I discovered the spawner over there, because I was waiting to get fortune. I had enough diamonds already that I thought I'll probably be able to get a fortune pickaxe out of this. So here's hoping we get more than just 2 diamonds. Looks like we have. We got 4. Okay, fantastic. 2 from each block. That was superb. So good. Okay, well done, fortune. Now, I think I cleared out these chests. May as well take those back up to the surface because I need more storage at this point. I am running out of places to contain items because, in part, I've been doing a fair amount of resource gathering, and these chests around here have been getting fairly full of stuff. We've got a decent amount of kelp blocks. That was all the kelp I managed to gather. Apparently, these can also be used as fuel. You can use them to smelt about 20 items per block, so they're on par with blaze rods in terms of the stuff they can smelt. However, I do plan on using these as building blocks because I quite like the texture. I think it's going to be a really interesting texture to use. I can't pass up the opportunity, folks, to have myself a brand new building block. But yeah, we've got some materials in here. Some of the cobblestone I've been smelting into smooth stone for stone brick and building stuff. And yeah, we have ourselves a few extra lovely loot items that I got myself from fishing. Because this fishing rod, by the way, I enchanted. It has lure 2 and unbreaking 3, which is not the best in terms of getting treasure, but we still managed to snag ourselves this book, which I think is kind of nice. We got a few options there. I think I'll probably end up going with the efficiency score, but we also got this bow, which again is not the best thing in the world, but having unbreaking 3, flame, and power, if we need to upgrade a power 3 bow to a power 4, we can do that. I've also acquired 2 of these. These are Nautilus shells, and if you guys aren't familiar with the Aquatic update, what they do is they allow you to make the conduit. And what, my friends, you may ask, is the conduit? Where also is the conduit? I do not know. There it is. Okay, cool. So this is a brand new thing in 1.13. It's basically like a beacon, but for underwater. You make one of these, which includes a heart of the sea, which I think you can only find in underwater ruins and shipwrecks. So we are going to have to do some exploring in these episodes, folks. Mark my words, we will. But once you make one of those, you can place it underwater with a certain amount of blocks around it, and correct me if I'm wrong, commenters, but I think the blocks have to be prismarine. Like, I've only ever seen them built with like dark prismarine and stuff, but once you surround it in a certain way with those, the conduit activates and it gives you kind of abilities. It gives you underwater breathing, it gives you a little bit of extra night vision, I think, correct me if I'm wrong there, and it also can have the ability to push away mobs. Like, once you build enough stuff around it, there's like a configuration you can build where you get a giant radius in which you have water breathing, so you can breathe underwater indefinitely, and monsters will start to take damage. Although the mobs that come into your vicinity, so if you got like trouble with the drowned and stuff like that, they will start to take damage, and you can almost use it like a mob farm. So those are going to be really interesting. Those are going to be very useful. And yes, in answer to some of the stuff people have been asking me in the comments, I do plan on building a section of the city underwater. Like I said in the first episode, kind of jokingly, I don't want to go into like Glass Dome, underwater research lab kind of territory, because I feel like a lot of people will be building in that kind of style. Instead, I want a section of this city. If it's going to be kind of like a superhero city, which at this point I'm running with the Big Hero 6 theme a little bit, and I'm imagining that it will be, there are going to be superheroes whose powers revolve around water, whether it's like Aquaman, where they can kind of control sea animals and talk to them and kind of harness the power of the waves, or if they are just, you know, responsible for other stuff water related. Maybe they're like Frozone and they can turn all of the water into ice. Our friend down there has been trapped in a boat by some Good Samaritan. I think he wandered off a little bit too far and was trying to get back to the icebergs. I'm sorry, man. If you want to go back there, we'll release you back there. But I don't know. You seem quite happy with the Mushroom Island at first. I think they've just got those wandering feet. But yeah, we're going to do some underwater building in this series, and I'm very much looking forward to that, because underwater building in the Aquatic update looks really great. They've solved so many of the problems that were previously there for underwater builders. So waterlogged blocks are now a thing. Some of the air pockets don't generate around certain blocks. It's actually a playground underwater now. It's really, really nice. So we're going to do a lot of that. For a start, we're going to have to get ourselves some good tools. And while having efficiency, unbreaking, and fortune on this is a really good thing, we also need to get ourselves some silk touch. One of the things I want to do right now, because even though we might not get a silk touch out of this, I'm going to need a good shovel, so we're going to have to enchant ourselves a diamond shovel. I will quickly check books, just in case we can get any decent enchants from those, because you never know. Smite, blast protection, unbreaking. Okay, not the best. So we'll go with the shovel first. That looks like it's getting efficiency 4. Just efficiency 4. Okay, not too bad, I suppose. And fortune 3 on an iron pickaxe, which probably means fortune 3 on a diamond pickaxe. So that would be preferable to having fortune 2. I reckon we can give that a try. Let's see. Yes, fortune 3. Fantastic. All right. In that case, I will probably do a little bit more fishing to get some levels, and then we'll see where we stand once we can get a fortune 3 pickaxe. And with a bunch of enchanting comes the need for experience. So I have been down here doing a little bit of work to start clearing out the skeleton spawner. And we're not going to do this in a video, we're probably going to do it on today's Twitch live stream. So if you want to head over to twitch.tv/Pixlriffs, I'll be streaming probably around 3 p.m. UK time. And if you can't make that, do not worry, because I have a VOD channel, which I don't think I've mentioned the last couple of times. It's youtube.com/PixelVODs. And that is where you can catch up on all the live stream footage that you might have missed. Because I don't want to publish them on this channel, because then the channel just gets all cluttered with all of these live stream uploads and stuff. So we are back here on the Mushroom Island. Whip and Mythical Sausage, I think, are both AFK fishing right now. I'm not really doing the AFK thing this time around, but you never know. If they get a decent design together, we might do a little bit of it. I like manual fishing. It's kind of fun. It's relaxing, like fishing should be. And you'll notice right now that I've been starting to put together a few more tools. I've got a Diamond Axe on the go that's got like an Unbreaking 3 enchant waiting for it in the enchantment table. I have also fished up a couple more bows, including this one, Power 4 Infinity. So we're definitely going to add that to this, because having Infinity on a bow I think is a higher priority than mending, personally. Let's check the levels. Okay, 15 that way round. Sounds good. Flame, Power 5, Unbreaking 3 Infinity is a pretty good start. So we are going to call this thing Artemis, and it is going to stay on my hotbar for as long as I possibly can. You can still repair stuff without mending, folks. Don't forget. I feel like a lot of people forget that now, because mending is such an important thing for so many people's tools. They're like, well, if I can't get mending, then I can't repair it. Wrong. Anvils. Yes, it costs experience, but hopefully soon we will have an experience farm from that skeleton spawner setup down there. I also want to do a little bit of enchanting just so I can get myself some silk touch, because that is really the only thing holding me back from starting to transform this place. But obviously, like I said, that will require a few extra levels, so what I'm probably going to do is go down there and explore that mineshaft near the skeleton spawner right now. I feel like we're a little bit better prepared for that kind of stuff now, especially having an infinity bow. I'm absolutely fine setting fire to a few spiders, so let's drop down here and, yeah, try and catch ourselves on the ladder before we actually die. I think ladders seem to be a little bit more sensitive now, or maybe I'm just being super cautious, but I was not expecting that to work quite so well. All right, let's head on through here and see what we can grab. If we can grab some other resource blocks, some coal and some redstone and stuff for the experience, then so much the better. We will be on our way to doing stuff. But then we kind of need that XP farm. I think there's also a skeleton spawner set up at the spawn island now, within the spawn chunks. I think KB was working on that. So there are definitely options. What was it? Actually said eerie noise in the subtitles. It turns out that skeleton spawner is actually in a pretty convenient location in terms of its overground position. Like, there's a lot of space nearby. Oh, this is looking like a decent, promising vein of diamonds. All right, let me go and grab my pickaxe in a bit. We'll take a quick look around here first in case there's any more that we need to find. Bit of redstone, which I'm fine with. The witches and zombies seem to be in the walls around here, which is a little bit concerning, but yeah, they're probably up there, aren't they? I think we better investigate this just in case. We don't want any witches underneath our island. That is the last thing I want at this stage. Hello, lady. You here anywhere? You behind this gold? Doesn't look like it. So let's grab the redstone too. I'll need a bit of this. One of my plans for the next little while, and probably the next couple of episodes, is to start farming stuff like sugarcane, things that we can use for trades, things that we can use as very important raw materials. Books we will need a whole bunch of, because I like decorating with bookshelves, and enchanting is going to be a pretty important thing. And there's the witch. Oh, and apparently my bow has a rapid fire mode. Don't know what happened to the button there. Okay, she slowed me. She's drinking fire resist. She's dead. Fantastic. I love having a power 5 bow right at the start here. It's going to be very useful against stuff like witches, because witches are not super friendly. Likewise, these fellas. We'll set fire to you. Dispatch you with a swift swing of the sword. Fantastic stuff. Not too shabby. I can see another guy down there. The problem, as I've already said, with the Mushroom Island is that once you get out into the ocean, basically everything else comes to fight you. Like, the monsters come out in bucket loads at that point. Let's go back to the mineshaft, shall we? I feel like we're straying too far away from our objective here. Aside from the skeletons shooting each other, this mineshaft is kind of boring. There's not a huge amount going on here. There aren't a lot of chests. I've only heard a couple of spiders, and I haven't actually seen any. I have a feeling there's not really a great deal going on here. I do want to come back and get some of the cobwebs, because cobwebs are always kind of nice to have as a thing. Considering this is the only place we can get them, we may as well. But yeah, the occasional creeper is not proving too much trouble right now. And ooh, wow, okay, well this is a less boring section, which I should probably... Wow, we took that creeper out from both sides. That guy did not know what hit him. We should probably light some of this up and maybe explore this ravine, but you know what? I think we are more or less done here. I have myself a ton of resources, some of which I need to turn into torches right now because I am struggling to see. There we go, should get a decent, yeah, full stack from that. Not bad. Oh, an enderman, hello. I have been trying to collect ender pearls as I go. That's a thing, but yeah, I'm not really seeing a huge amount of stuff here that we need. I got myself the minecart chest from before, but there's nothing super special down here. I'll spend a little bit longer seeing if I can find a cave spider spawner, but I think after that, it's probably time to return to our base and wrap up today's episode. Okay, folks, I have one more little experiment to try out here, because I managed to get myself 4 spruce saplings from a nearby taiga biome, which is out there past the icebergs to the south? West? I don't know. One of those directions. Anyway, we managed to find ourselves a few spruce saplings, and what I want to do, if I can actually not kill all the dirt on this island, is attempt to grow one of these, because 4x4, 2x2, freaking 2x2, 2x2 spruce saplings actually grow into large trees, and they generate podzol, which normally replaces grass in Minecraft, so I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go. If it will replace the mycelium or not, let's give this a try. Oh, okay, it doesn't. See, when 1.13 development snapshots were coming out, they said that the podzol replacing the grass was kind of like a bug, but they left it in anyway because it means a renewable source of podzol. The fact that it doesn't grow on Mushroom Islands is kind of interesting to me. But anyway, I wanted to harvest the spruce wood anyway because I will need a lot of wood. My preferred design for setting up mob spawners usually requires a lot of spruce wood and stone brick, and I kind of wanted to be able to build with this in future. Also, strip logs are a thing now, so we kind of want to use some of those in floor designs and wall designs and stuff like that. We will see how it goes. But guys, I'm going to leave you here, standing on the top of this tree, slowly mining everything out and working on my enchants. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Decidedly Vanilla, and as I said at the beginning of the episode, we're going to be live streaming from this server at 3 p.m. UK time today as this video goes out, so make sure you stick around for that over on Twitch, and leave a like on this episode if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.